Combustion.
Whoa, 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 whoa. They running the game with my team making plays. Talking 80, my G's, wanting jewels in this place. Surrounded by dogs, keep the quarterback safe. I'm the one with the plans, they gon' do what I say. The game is not over, we don't celebrate in the end zone. We don't got no time in the wait. Ain't trying run down, we don't premeditate. We just go and get to it, we got them on skates. If the game going to overtime, kicking the overdrive, we gon' be first at the finish line. Play looking full, but I finish mine. Can I get second? We gon' line up like it's dinner time. We put in work till we get us a ring. Super Bowl season, we running the scene. Ain't trying to home of the realest that breathe. Keep your face down when you talk to the king.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the H-Town Rundown. This is your boy AD, and I got my co-host in the building, Clayton. How's everybody doing? How you doing, Clayton, on this wonderful Friday evening?
Blessed, man. We made it. It's Friday, post, a really thrilling NFL preseason opener. So kudos to the Cardinals and the Panthers.
Heck of a game, man. Heck of a game. Last second walk-off touchdown by former Aggie, former Georgia Tech quarterback Haynes King. Walked it off in that end zone, man. So it was a back and forth game. Carson Beck was throwing bombs left and right. And they look pretty good. Both of them, Haynes King and Carson Beck, rookie quarterbacks, look pretty good in that preseason game. So shout out to those guys, and shout out that football is back. Finally. Football is back.
Last NFL free weekend. Last one.
Yeah, last one. We're gonna get football from here on out, man.
Boy.
From here on out. First and foremost, there we go. Let's go ahead and we got the rundown here, man. We're gonna talk about the training camp. Texans are in full effect in training camp right now. I think they're at camp 8, day 8. If I'm not mistaken, and then day 9 is tomorrow on Saturday, which will be in attendance. So make sure y'all come and check us out at the H-Town Rundown at Houston Texans training camp. So make sure y'all come and check us out. Got the camp happenings. You got Henry To'oTo'o re-signed, Tank Dell and Noel back on the field, and then you got some camp surprises as well. So we'll start with the happenings of camp. The offense has been getting better. The reports that have been coming out about the Houston Texans offensive wise, they've been performing, and you've seen an increase or uptick in good to great plays between CJ Stroud, Jaden Higgins, the last few weeks, especially Lewis Bond has been making plays consistently. The running game is showing up and showing out, consistently. So the offensive line with Keelan Rutledge, leading that unit. So it's been a positive sign for the Houston Texans, and their good old training camp. So Frank is in the building. Said, "What's up, Frank? Waiting on his Chargers practice and game. Are we practicing the?" I thought we were practicing the Raiders, if I'm not mistaken.
Or is he trying to say the practice to get ready for the Chargers game?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what it means. Yeah. He says Chargers practice and game, so maybe
that. Okay. Yeah, man, that's next Thursday. Well, no, 6 days away from the first game of training camp. So
less than a week, yes, sir.
Yeah, we got to get ready for it. So I'm excited for it. And it's gonna be a lot to talk about. Anything else going on right now as far as the happenings around camp that kind of piqued your interest?
Well, I mean, I don't want to say no. That's a cop out. I mean, look, you're seeing guys in the absence of like Nico Collins being out. We're going to talk more about other absences. I want to get too far ahead of things, but with Nico being out, you got guys like Jaron Wayne who is making some plays. Josh Kelly, he's making some plays.
Hashtag me killer.
Of course, Lewis Bond, you mentioned him. Jawar Jordan. I mean, he is lighted up, I talked to Jonathan Alexander. He basically said, yeah, he's RB3. There's really not a competition for this. It's not even a conversation. Like he's the guy tearing it up with the two. So, and you want to see that, right? So there's that. Um, yeah, man. No, you're just looking for guys to step up. Marlon Klein, I shared a clip about him. I forgot who he caught this one-hander on, but there was debate over whether or not it was OPI. So
I'm gonna
there's
talk
that.
about that in a minute too. I'm gonna talk
But
about that.
what I like holistically is that these guys are scrappy. They want it. We're out of just the pure like, oh, they're fighting like it's not just that anymore. It's like these guys down in and down out, they are fighting, they're clawing. They are really getting after it, right? And that's what you want to see. These guys care, they're hungry, they know what's in front of them, and they're practicing just like it. So that's good to see. And I guess last thing is like, yeah, Jalen Petrie, shout out to him. I'm hearing a lot of good things about him in coverage, like a lot of interceptions, getting his hands on stuff like that. Because normally he's just a thumper over the middle. So so if he's gonna add that back to his tool belt and being a turnover guy too, then hey, I don't hate that either.
Right. Shout out Joseph. He said, I hear Colin Wright is making plays as an undrafted free agent. Yeah. Shout out Colin Wright, who's battling with what is it, Jamarcus Ingram, and a
Mhm.
few others for that
Didn't
cornerback four
John?
spot.
Isn't that John's guy? Colin Wright, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, John.
John
He's been
Harris.
big
Yeah.
on. Yep, Jonathan Alexander. He's been big on that. So, yeah, man, it is a
John
lot to
Harris
follow.
and Jonathan Alexander, all the Johns.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, man.
definitely those things have been happening. And you brought it up, and we'll talk about it now. The negativity has to stop. The negativity has to stop. Like, why can't the comment be Marlon Klein made a hell of a catch? I don't understand the negative connotation or the negative spirit or aura around Marlon Klein. Marlon Klein makes a great play. What is the overall comment? Is negative.
Mm.
What up, Rafa? Um, look, it doesn't look at the end of the day. If I would say this, what's your natural reaction if somebody is grabbing your arm?
Oh yeah, you gonna hand fight? You gonna try to get him off?
Yeah, you gonna Denzel White? Get your hands off of me, Denzel Washington.
Get your ass.
And if the natural reaction is if you're doing this, what are you doing?
Mm. Oh
What are
yeah, you
you
go.
like? You're pulling them.
Yeah.
You're pulling your arm to your body, right?
Mm.
So if Marlon Klein is saying, "Get your hands off of me," and the guy is holding his arm, naturally, it would look like he's pulling them into him, right?
Mm. Yeah.
So, but again, at the end of the day, like we're being very, very anal about Marlon Klein instead of just saying, "Damn, that was a good play."
Yeah. I mean, look, man. Look, the dude. Look, when I got to training camp with you and you know, Harley and Ruben guys, shout out those guys. Like Marlon Klein is built like a tank. I knew he was 6'6", but to actually see this dude in person was like, oh, that's different. Like that dude, like that's different. So to see him on that route, and again, yes, it's one-on-ones, it's not an 11 long, like we understand what's not there, but you're looking at the physical tools, you're looking at the traits, you're looking at the strides, and it's the fact that yeah, you have some hand fighting happening that it's debatable whether or not they'd even call it in a game. If they do, it's ticky-tack both ways. Like they're both, jawing for the ball. But the fact that he made that catch one-handed, secured it, really went after it and got up and let the defender know about it, like that's what you want to see. Like you want to see, really for me, is the mentality there, right? Like because a lot of dudes are big and I'm not gonna lie, big and soft, right? Just big and just I'm sorry, like dudes who just big to be big and not mindset along with being big, right? So if that's what Marlon Klein brings to the table, right, and can just again bring in that contested catch, can be a hand fighter, can out physical dudes, even if the DB is like all pushed up on him and has a speed advantage, I'll take that because I'm not gonna lie, no disrespect to Dalton Schultz, I don't know if Dalton Schultz is making that catch. I don't know. So it's like these are things that man, like somebody else said it, plays like that make you look at Nick Casario and say, man, listen, if you hit on Marlon Klein, like you look borderline genius. So, I will take that and I will store away the possible OPI. That ain't what we're here for.
No, but I mean, if you let's go even further with it. If you want to call OPI, it was defensive pass interference first.
It calls it, yeah,
So,
it calls it.
right. So I
Yeah,
mean, at the
yeah,
end of
that's
the
L
day,
one. L
right? It's
one.
like it's a wash the way. So like the whole point about it is that when it comes to Marlon Klein, I understand like people have, and we talked about it on the spaces too. Like people have this negative issue with Marlon Klein, and it has nothing to do with Marlon Klein.
Right.
It has to do with everybody and everything else around Marlon Klein.
Mm-hmm.
Marlon Klein wasn't the player that people wanted. Marlon Klein wasn't the player that people knew of. Marlon Klein, wasn't the favorite tight end that they wanted. So all of these things go into the account of, for fans to be like kind of crapping on Marlon Klein on a frequent basis.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't understand why. Why can't you just celebrate that we got a player that looks the part and is actually playing the part right now?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I just don't understand the negativity. I understand. I know people want to anthill, and that goes right into the next segment talking about Henry To'oTo'o.
Mm-hmm.
How stupid
Oh.
would we as a franchise would we have looked
Mm-hmm.
drafting Anthony Hill in the second round,
Oh, okay, that's where you're going. Okay.
and now we just re-signed Henry To'oTo'o?
Yeah.
How
No.
now you're basically saying, oh, now you're praying for a Henry To'oTo'o injury, or you're praying for a Azeez Al-Shaair injury so Anthony Hill can get on the field.
Yeah.
Like just and it ain't oh. It's not no, it's Henry Noah. You want to get it right. It's them burn on fans that hate. Oh, they are the ones championing the hate for Marlon Klein. I call them burnt hurt.
Burnt.
Burnt hurt
Oh yeah.
because they want a guy from UT so bad,
Mm-hmm.
and Anthony Hill is a decent player, but let's be real. What did Anthony Hill do at Texas other than just be athletic as hell? Like he wasn't like outstanding player, because again, if he was, you went to Texas and you were that great of a linebacker, you would have been drafted in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, we're not gonna put that on him.
As I
It's
about to say,
always Jared Wayne, brother. Jared Wayne gonna always take the hit for that. But again, what are your thoughts on Henry To'oTo'o signing this extension?
sure. So first of all, let's talk the money. So it's what 2-year extension, $16 million per. I'm sorry, not 16 per. I'm sorry, 16 total, 8 million per. That's not bad money at all at will linebacker. I want to say somebody said it's middle of the pack because it is. I think it's surprising the timing of it because I didn't know where they were going to go with Henry T at season's end. I thought maybe they'd make him play it out. I was thinking maybe they'd want to try to maybe look at other options or evaluate what they have. Maybe this has something to do with EJ Speed being out. We have no idea. But I do find it notable that this news at least drops. They might have already been working on it, most likely, but the news of it dropped a day after the press conference where Henry T got behind the podium and he basically said, like, hey, I had a sucky year last year. Like he owned the fact that he was terrible, specifically against, the Raiders and against oh my goodness, Tampa Bay. And so like he owned those things and said, yeah, those were low moments for my life as a man, as in my football career. I want to get better. And that's kind of what I posted about. I said that Henry T has always been like the high motor guy. But when you're just a high motor guy, like that's cool. Like you're a likable dude, smile, great family situation. But being a technician is where he's been lacking, right? But two of the positives on what Henry T brings, I mean, yeah, of course, high motor, high character. He's not going to get you in trouble. Not expensive, like Brandon just said. And the stats, look this up according to NFL Next Gen Stats, by the way, go get that. It's a great resource. Awesome. He actually ranked second best in the NFL amongst linebackers and quarterback pressures of guys who played 9 games or more last season. Right. And I'm getting hyper specific because there's a lot of dudes on the list who play like 1 game, 2 games. So you really don't count what they do. Like Henry T played like what, 14, 15 games, right? So he more than qualifies for this. So to know that regardless of the struggles he's had, in terms of being a disruptive presence near the line of scrimmage or in the intermediate, he's the second best linebacker who's played almost, double digit games, 37.8%. Like that's pretty good. And then, okay, the negatives, right? What are the things he has to work on? We know them: coverage and finishing tackle. To kind of continue on that, Toa, where is it? Toa, he was tied amongst linebackers, I think. Oh, yep, right here. Tied for the third most missed tackles in the NFL last season amongst linebackers with 18. That's not good. That's not good. And then coverage wise, he ranked 28th out of 123 qualified linebackers in passer rating allowed with 110.5, roughly in the bottom 20%. So if he can finish the tackle and not just come crashing into the play, hunting bodies, right? And if he can just not let up the chunk play at such an alarmingly high clip, Toa can all of a sudden be one of the best values at linebacker in the NFL at his position, right? Like he gives you the high tempo, high energy, high character, right? You know what you're going to get from him game in and game out. You just want him to be refined as a technician at the position. And if he can do that, again, he's one of the best values in the NFL. And it would be another feather in the hat of Nick Caserio, who lives ahead of the market. So it just depends on how they want to go. I was just surprised that when they did it, and but kudos to him. He'll be here for another 1 or 2 years as well.
So I got to look at it too, because I know a lot of people look at the stats and focus heavily on the stats, and then look at the plays like in the Raiders game or look in the plays like in the Buccaneers game, and like make those two plays what he does on a weekly basis. When that's kind of not true, not kind of, it's not true at all.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to look at a lot of the stuff like, okay, yeah, he missed a tackle in the open field, but you're asking a linebacker to either tackle a speedy slot wide receiver or a shifty, speedy running back in an open field, right? Which is not, it's not you're not going to get many linebackers who's going to do that. And then guys who do that at a high clip are the Fred Warners of the world. So, I mean, like, at the end of the day, yes, he doesn't have great percentages when it comes to, like, making tackles consistently, but you got to look at what he's trying to do in the open field. Yeah. And then again, this defense is what is the title? What's good? Chill out. What is the mantra that this team has? What is the word that this team uses? The acronym that this team uses all the time?
Swarm,
right? So if Henry is missing a tackle, he's really funneling that player into multiple other players who are right behind him that are swarming. Exactly.
Oh, we got the same idea. You got it.
Yeah, shout out Alexis. We're swarming. Yeah, shout out Alexis, man. That's my girl. Chill out. What up, bro? But it's just the point that, like, we gotta, again, it's the negativity part of it. Like, people wanted to, and again, AD is the proclaimed original Henry hater. Everybody got on my case for years about Henry Toa. Why are you calling that man out his name? This and that. Woo. And now, the stark difference in how people perceive Henry is wild to me. And that the fact that people are turning on Henry when he's done nothing to be turned on.
Yeah.
He's done nothing to get the negative, backlash that he's getting, right? Other than him not being Anthony Hill, or other than him not being another top flight linebacker, quote unquote, that whatever. Um, so shout out to Henry and his contract is well deserved. The Houston Texans really got a steal in it. Um, you got your second linebacker is making less than $10 million and not even 20 million, is it 16 million over 2 years? So shout out to Nick Casario, shout out to Henry To'oto'o. He's gotten a little better though, still a little iffy to me. Talking about the Henry To'oto'o hater. But it's just the point of like shout out to him, and the Houston Texans really got a steal of a deal, because as bad as people will say that Henry is, if Henry went on the open market, Henry likely would have gotten 10 plus to 12 plus $1 million a year.
Oh yeah.
So
Easily.
so
But that goes
how
back
bad is he
to
truly?
oh sorry. Well, no, you're right, but that goes back to also uh oh, and that goes back to the kind of culture that D'Amico Ryans, Nick Casario, these guys have built, the kind of roster, like goes back into the Jadeveon Clowney point also, which is he came here when he could have gotten more money elsewhere because he saw a championship in his future coming to Houston, right? So the fact that you've built this thing up from the ground, from the studs up to where veterans are coming here to ring chase, players are staying here to develop and taking less money to be here, like that's a big deal, right? So the fact that Toa is doing that, Clowney's doing that, Sheldon Rankins is doing that. Like multiple guys are sticking around here because they want to ring chase or just develop more. That's kudos to Nick Casario, D'Amico Ryans, Matt Burke, the organization, and hopefully it continues on, right? So and that's how you get a Toa, who, like you said, I think that's a perfect range. 10 to 12 million. Could have easily got that somewhere else, especially on a bad team that just has money to burn. Like he definitely could have went somewhere else and gotten that money, but he knows what he has here. And I do believe that the team loves Toa. Toa loves being here. So it's a mutual thing, and you just hope that he has the best season.
I mean, D'Amico said it today on the press conference after practice. He was like, in essence, he was like, he loves Henry Toto. Henry does everything that D'Amico asks of him, and Henry is so inquisitive and so, worried about being better, that even when it comes to mistakes or critiques that D'Amico would possibly have for Henry, he's already pointing those things out ahead of time on himself to D'Amico. D'Amico Ryans is, I would say next to Will Anderson and Aziz, Henry has to be D'Amico's third favorite player on the team.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't help. Does it hurt that he's a linebacker? So
yeah. Oh, he went to Alabama too. He mentioned that too. He said he went to that,
true.
went to a great school. Quote on,
Yeah.
Quote from D'Amico. So all of those things being said, man, again,
Joseph, what up,
Henry,
man?
yeah, shout out Joseph, man.
Joe.
Definitely need to give Henry his just due and his credit, and happy that he's able to be blessed with his family, and he's on a contract where he could turn around if he has 2 more productive seasons.
Cash out.
Cash out, you know what I'm saying?
Cash out, man. Sure, certainly can.
So definitely shout out to him and his family, and for many, we saying it's a cheap deal, but give me $8 million right now.
For real.
A year.
Listen, you can make me. I'll be the best water boy. I'll be the dude coordinating, bench reactions, like the stuff that used to be kind of cool to do, right? Well, coach, you need something? No, all right, cool. But I'll shine your shoes. I'll do whatever. $8 million.
$8 million. But
Never seen
we can move on too. We can go to the next topic, man. Tank and Jalen Noel. Tank is, we've already expressed that Tank is back out there on the field. We saw him on the field sparingly when we were out there training camp last week, but he's progressed. He's out there running in the individual drills now, and we'll see what he's about. You got that Tank interview up? We can pull that up now.
I do have that. I do have it.
And he talked to the media today for the first time. So shout out to Tank, and truly Tank fashion.
Hold on.
That's just a test.
Hold on.
And true Tank fashion with the sunglasses and the chains rocking.
That's what I'm
Um,
saying. Yeah, for a dude who ain't played in 2 years, man, Tank just got some drip. They just
mhm.
at the softball game. I mean, the crowd just followed him like dog. It's just man. Okay, I can pull it though.
All the
Here we
work that
go.
I put
All right, so here we go. Here's Tank Dell. Of course, he has the shades on.
in, man, it's nothing short of a blessing. That's just a testament to all the work that I put in with the staff on my own and God first. So it's great. I'll say mentally, it's just about trusting that the work you put in, like prior to going out there to do those things, like prior to going out there to put your foot in the ground, trusting the process with the training staff and what they had set out for me. So when I got out here, I wasn't scared, and I was talking to my doctor, Dr. Lowe, and I was just asking, like, he was just telling me let loose, like, and trust it and be you because it's 100% stable. So when he told me that, I just came out and was putting my foot in the ground. I didn't care about it, try not to think about it, because doing your process, like the mental aspect of it is like the hardest thing you got to get over. So if I went out there like iffy about what I'm doing, then I probably would never be able to come back to what I want to be. So I was just out there just trusting it, putting my foot in the ground, trying to be explosive, and it's working in my favor. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Lord. It's happy to and refreshing to hear Tank speak because I think it's been so long since we've really seen or heard Tank speak, in a public forum like
Mm-hmm.
that. And just to kind of see where his mind is at,
Mm-hmm.
and see how positive he is in himself and belief in himself. It gives me very much so a lot of confidence in Tank Dell potentially coming back, you know, really, really close to what he was prior to that injury.
Mm-hmm. He's saying all the right things. The Texans, as frustratingly as it's been for us watching this process, they have done it the right way. He's saying the right things. The team is saying the right things. They're slowly pushing him along, right? And I get it. I want to see him out in 11 on 11s, heck, 7 on 7, something, to really make us be like, all right, cool, Tank is back. And verbally, Tank is back. Mentally, Tank is back. It just physically, Tank is not back yet. And we talked about this off stream. We joked and said the Texans probably got away with one here where they ducked the pup list. They ducked, any list you can imagine to keep this man off the book so that he can be practicing. So we'll see. We said basically your idea. I'm not going to take credit for it. You basically said AD that your unofficial deadline was the preseason, right? Like he has to
Yeah.
be playing in the preseason, or else you will sound the alarms. It will be a big deal because then you got to reset the whole clock, and who knows if we even play this week 1. So I
Mhm.
think that's your deal right there. But no, man, people gotta understand, bro. Like, it's it's not just about the physical. When he says the mental, like that mental component can keep a player playing at 70% of what he used to be.
Mhm.
His body could be 100% healed and back ready to go, but you're so concerned about what if I do this wrong? What if I hit wrong? What if I put my career is over? Like that's a big deal. So that's why it really takes a lot of players like really 2 seasons to get right. Because that first year is the mental readjustment. The second year is like, okay, cool, I'm really back, and then you see it go from there. Unless you're Adrian Peterson, in which you do what you do, rack up 2,000 yards and get offensive player of the year. So
Man, that's once in a generation, buddy.
yeah, that's right.
But you look at doggone players like Tyreek Hill who had the same injury. Tyreek Hill came out about a month ago and said, like, I can't even put pressure on my leg right now. I can't
Yeah,
even,
no,
like
no force. I
no
think
force. I can't even put any
something like
force
that.
in, that's like that's scary. And the think Tank is already, he's back, he's running routes. And honestly, he was back running routes last year. We just like, nah, you're not
Yeah.
playing. And Alexis said it day by day. And then going back to Joseph question, he said, do we think he plays in the preseason? He better. He better. Or
I think at least the third game. I think you can get away with the
I don't
first and
want to even
second.
play him. No, I don't want to play in the third game because the
No,
third
okay.
game is for the reserves. The third game is for the Lewis Bond, Josh Kelly.
Hmm.
Those specials.
Okay, like
Like
the final kind of like
yeah, that's
prove it.
right
Okay,
before final cut. I don't want to see Tank and those people
sure.
fighting for their life. Like I don't want to see that. Like
Right.
I don't want to see
Yeah.
that. Tank get hurt in that game, and
Yeah, it's
it's
raps.
it's reps.
It's
Yeah,
raps.
so I'm like he got the to me the target is game number 2 against the Raiders.
Big
It's at
game.
home. It's
Yeah.
at home. You would have had them in joint practices and everything. You can, if you hold them out of joint practices, let them play in the game. But if you would be doing the team would be doing a disservice to Tank if he doesn't play any preseason games, and then you would expect him to come out week 1,
Yeah.
against the Bills, and CJ Gardner-Johnson, somebody lights him up and he gets hurt or any kind of minor injury or something
Ooh, don't even
without
say
any
that,
real
bro.
live action.
I hate how specific you just were. Don't even say that, bro. But see, that's the kind of stuff that you like that would happen too.
Yeah.
You hope not, but it's like,
Yeah, I mean they're bringing him along slowly. Like we're the
Yeah.
8th day in camp, and he hasn't really taken any live reps in 7-on-7 or 11-on-11
at all.
So I mean they're bringing him along slowly. So Alexis,
Oh, he ticked off a lot of people. He ticked off a lot of people. Like a lot of people, like basically line it up. Like, come on, like they want him out there.
Hold on, Brandon said, "Do y'all want him getting any kind of injury in the lead up to that moment?" Like, he's talking about Dell. He said, "I said they probably aren't putting Dell out there till it's in front of a stadium full of people to give him his moment." Like,
I don't
like.
know. I don't know.
To me, I'm gonna be honest with you. When you say stuff, when not say stuff, when if a team was to do something like that, you're basically saying Tank is more important than the team.
Yeah,
that's what you're giving off, and you never want to do that.
Yeah.
My thing is, if you want to sell it, if you want to sell out a preseason game, let it be known Tank is playing against the Raiders. Let it be known Tank is playing against the Raiders. See how many people is ready to go.
It really is crazy.
It's gonna be piling in.
Boy, it really is crazy. Tank Dell, man, is a ticket mover. Like I'm talking about, if people don't understand who have not been to any like Texans related events or anything adjacent to that, like, nah, bro, like that's him, and he just a chill dude. Just walk around, hey, what's up, son, whatever, glasses on, but just little kids follow him, grown men, Tank, stuff like that. So nah, AD not lying when he says let it leak that he's playing against the Raiders. I bet you it's gonna be, if not a full house, then it's gonna be lively. I saw that. Man, okay, listen, bro. All right, look.
First of all, look, I'm gonna be to the highest level of festivity if Jared Wayne is even on this roster after the final cut. Period.
Oh, I don't think he's gonna make the final 53. I'll be shocked if he was nothing more than a practice squad. And that's not, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I mean, bro, he's 25 years old. He's been there for like what?
He's been there for 4 years. It looked like 4 years almost. Well, 3, really.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, I mean, look, if he ain't popped yet, I'm not saying he will never do it, but it's like here in Houston, Texas. I don't know. He has been doing some things in camp, but
what do you mean stop hating? Do you know how many people he's almost taken out? He almost took Stingley out on Saturday.
Oh my goodness. he did not.
If Jared Wayne wasn't in the play, Henry wouldn't been trying to knock his block off.
No,
he would have let off.
Now I'm not gonna lie though. CJ has caught a little bit of flack on that. Like people have, who was it? Was it Brandon who said that? Like
he's the only one, and I'm gonna tell you, he is a certified freaking CJ Stroud hater. Jeremy Branham is a CJ Stroud hater.
Man, shout out Brandon, bro.
No, we're not shouting out Jeremy Branham. Shout out Jeremy. No, Branham is a hater. he gonna get all the smoke. We can bring him on, and I'll challenge him on the hate for CJ Stroud, because at the end of the day, like I think he put a tweet out today. It was a pass, I think, to Louis Bond.
He said CJ has led a lot of receivers into defenders in camp.
So when you're running, so this is my thing. If a wide receiver is running a crosser, where else is he supposed to go?
Well, and that's what somebody said. Probably somebody said Montgomery was probably supposed to go to the flat, to the right sideline. Probably didn't. He just curled right there, so maybe that's it. We truly don't know. Like we don't. We need like first of all, we need to stop acting like we know what the full play schematics are play to play. We truly don't know. Of course, I hope that CJ is not just throwing hospital balls left and right. Like I hope that's not the case. But it is football. It tends to happen sometimes. You got muddy situations, so we don't know. I look. I just think they're bigger fish to fry than talking about lead footballs and whatnot. I don't know. But no, I'm not gonna blame Jared Wayne for Derek
I don't
Stingley.
blame. I don't blame him.
Listen,
You took
man.
out. You ain't knee killer for no other reason, sir.
Oh goodness.
We talking about Tank and his recovery. We missed 2 years of Tank
Look, okay.
because of knee killer.
Speaking of that, Hank said that Jared sent him a lengthy message.
What is he supposed to say, Clayton? What is he supposed to say? Tell
He
me what
said-
he's supposed to say.
He said Jared is his brother, man. Like
What is he supposed to say? I hate that man. What is he supposed to say? Dear Jared, I hate your stinking guts.
Where is
Like-
that? I forgot where that was from. Oh my goodness. I
Little
know where that's
rascals.
from.
They're darling.
Right, yeah, that's right. I'm like, I know where that's from.
Like, do you want him to be on the He-Man, the Jared Wayne He-Man Haters Club? Like what is you think he's supposed to go out in public and say, F that man, because he almost ended my career. I've never seen anybody who
What
got
did
their
Brandon
career
say?
ended. Freaking Jared was signing autographs.
Look, I will say this, man. I hate it for Jared because oh yeah, he's a presidential. He got the death row chain on. He Suge Knight. No, man. Look, every franchise I think has those one or two players, man. It's the Chicago Cubs who has that guy. I forget his name, but the ball went through the dude in the stands who caught the ball that shouldn't. That guy. The Mets had the guy with the ball went through his legs. Him. I forget his name too.
Talking about the Red Sox? The Red Sox.
No, bro. It was like Mets, Cubs. I'll give you another example of every franchise having that one guy, Brandon Bostic for the Green Bay Packers, right? His was more recent. Played the hero instead of letting Jordy Nelson, wide receiver, catch the onside punt attempt against the Seahawks. He had to play hero. And now, anytime that, the Packers are brought up as why Aaron Rodgers didn't win more Super Bowls, you run that film, right? I hate that for Jared because I feel like he's going to be one of those guys in Texans history where unless
he should.
Unless Tank Dell is hoisting a Lombardi, we're going to think if Tank's career does not pan out the way that he originally was on track to do, you're gonna look back to Jared Wayne. It sucks.
It's fine.
It sucks.
You shouldn't have did what you did, sir.
Man, I blame
you. Took it into your own hands. And I want to make a play. You were that selfish of a player to say, I want to make a play, and I'm going to cut off my route, and I'm going to run into Tank's knee so I can make a play.
What about Bobby Slowick with these play designs, putting them in the same?
That is not no. We watched this on the All 22 after it happened, and we watched it multiple times. Jared Wayne cut his route off. Jared Wayne was on the far left side and cut all the way across to the right to make that play. Jared Wayne stopped his route, readjusted his route to go into the end zone so that he can try to make a play on the ball. That is no. We are not putting that on nobody. So we are not doing that.
Jared, I tried to help you, bro.
Look, Jared Wayne may be the next Alfred Blue.
Can't help you, bro. I can't. I can't help you.
So Higgins and Noah would have crazy breakouts for people to be quick to forgive Jay. No, I'm never.
Never. I was about to say, I'm about to beat you to it. Nah, I don't think there's anything an offensive player can do. Jared Wayne is in his own bubble.
Jared Wayne can catch the winning touchdown at the Super Bowl.
And I'm
still be here, sir. Anybody could have made that play.
Hey,
nah. Jared Wayne forever. Forever. in the Lord of Texans slander.
Dang,
Um,
I hate that for him, but like, dang.
you know. But going back to Jalen Noel, I think it was it Frank? Yeah, it was Frank. He said he had a comment. He said Noel is the fastest on the Texans, and any chance he was receiving on Thursday. I mean, he's back at practice, so I
Mhm.
definitely think Jalen Noel will see some action
Now,
on
did you see,
Thursday.
bro? Did you see again? I know this is open field, not 11-on-11, but
I'm
bro, did
coming out Casario.
no,
I'm what's
Brandon,
the
no,
Booker T
bro,
mean?
please no.
Casario,
Y-
come with you.
Yeah, nah, bro. I'm sorry, but no. I think that no. Look, I know no coming back. It wasn't 11-on-11. It wasn't head top of somebody, but bro, watching no get off that line and seeing that burst that he had, 4.39 speed. Like I would rather have that than not have it. Um, so again, it for me, man, it's just good for the Texans to like the Texans are one Tank Dell recovery away from having, for the most part, their full complement of offensive weapons for the first time since 2024. Right?
Hmm?
Like other than the knick-knack injuries like Brevin Jordan and Nico Collins, they are one Tank Dell injury
I
like
almost hit the
recovery
button,
away.
Clayton, when you said the name.
Who?
Irvin
Nico?
Jordan.
Oh
I almost
no.
hit the button.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, listen, I no look, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I saw that he was out, I'm like, oh shoot. Like he can't, if there's anybody who can't afford to be out, it's Brevin Jordan, bro. He can't. He just can't.
My bad for throwing you off, but finish your
Oh no,
statement,
you
bro.
sure? So yeah, man, it's just nah, bro. Will Fuller was special. Like I'm sorry.
Mm.
That nah. Will Fuller, he
That's 4-2 speed. That ain't
Look,
4-3
Frankie
speed. That's
said we need
4-2.
Will Fuller speed. Nah, bro. Fuller was special. That man, and it's crazy, bro. And I want to sidetrack, but like, just we talking about the what ifs in Texas history. If Will Fuller, bro, could have just stayed healthy, right? The one season that he stayed healthy, he got popped for PEDs. That's so that's the injury history that the Texans have to get rid of. Like they are one of those teams with the Pelicans, with the Trailblazers. Injuries just come for this team. And if they can just get help, just give the offense specifically one healthy season, of course the defense too, but let's just see one fully healthy season with CJ playing 17, Nico playing 15 and 17, Tank being all the way back. Like if we can get that, I believe that by itself off the muscle your divisional / conference championship. Like just that's how confident I am that if you could just stay on the friggin' field, right,
Yeah.
you can go somewhere. Yeah, Will
Yeah,
Fuller was
that's
special. That man
that
was special.
4-2 speed, man. Look.
That man was, that man was special.
Yeah, the injuries. He said we're full of
Ooh.
type player. They Look, I think I'm gonna say this. Everybody wants the burner downfield, and as the wide receiver, to me, that's the favorite player. Love the Deshaun Jacksons. People love the Tyreek
Mhm.
Hills of the world. People even love the Percy Harvins of the world. Like
Mhm.
that super special speed type of player. Everybody wants that, right?
Mhm.
But you have to be able to know how to use them, and you have to be able to know how he fits in an offense. That is, and does he fit to the quarterback? Does he cater to the quarterback?
Yeah.
With CJ loves the deep ball, so
Mhm.
definitely will work out for CJ. But in this essence, right now, what does the Texans want to do? They want to
Mhm.
run the ball. I look at the Rams offense right now. Where Oh, thank you. Hey, Alexis, appreciate you, for joining. Long time no see. Hopefully we see you on tomorrow at training camp. Um, but I'm gonna say this. No, you will not, and I will hit you on the side and I'll tell you why. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna say this. Hell, I lost my train of thought. When it comes to the Rams offense, how many super deep passes down the field did the Rams really have in their offense? You
Mm.
know,
I'm trying to think. Let me see. Yeah,
you
I'm
know,
I'm trying to think. I
because
mean,
really, who Who was the speedy deep threat that they had?
Well, yeah, because Puka Nakua, he's not the traditional deep threat. He's contested catch
Neither
guy.
is
He's the
Devontae.
motion all over the formation guy. Devontae Adams, I mean, he's not that anymore. He's goal line. He's short yardage. Um,
Hey Swan. What up? What up,
the
Swan?
what's up, Swan? So yeah, I mean the Rams, yeah, man. Yeah, they're as close to being a I don't know upper echelon dinking and dunking team as you can kind of get. They're just great at like motioning and using tight ends and like getting guys
Mhm.
pre-snap. Like they do a lot of that stuff. But that make no mistake, Stafford can gun it down the field if you give him an opening, he'll do it. You
Yeah.
know, but that's basically what the Texans are doing. Like they are, and CJ kind of said it. They are not asking Stroud and the offense to just be straight up dinking and dunking. Like that's not what that is. They are controlling the ball, pre-snap dominance, and if you give them the opportunity, and they're earning the deep shots now. In the Bobby Slowick years, they were unearned. They were just like, oh wow, like look at these young rookies just bombing the field all over the place. When these defenders and DCs are adjusting to you, you have to earn these things now. So that's why you pepper them 5, 7 yards. Like take what the defense gives you, pepper them, screening, run, screen, run, stuff like that. As soon as that DB creeps up too far or bites on play action, then you boom, hit him over the head with a 40-yarder, something like that.
Mhm.
Like play actual professional offense is what they're trying to do, right?
Yeah.
So that just is what it is.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Like I said, this offense is this offense I think will be a lot better. And especially I just want to be consistent in general and moving the ball down the field and being able to score touchdowns. So
Yeah.
you'll have the big play every now and again, i.e. the Chargers regular season game. You remember that game? We were at the watch
Mhm.
party.
Well, I thought that
The
was
two
about to be like
bombs.
40. I thought that was gonna be like 40-13 or something like that. Mm-mm.
It was
That was
yeah.
it. That was it.
So
Two deep shots. That was it.
again, it's about the consistency, right?
Yeah.
You had the big plays, but now can we follow it up by doing the dinking and dunking after we make the big plays to
Mhm.
continue to score the points? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Clay doing
Uh,
those deck, yeah.
Oh yeah. That's
um,
so the thing. Like, here's my thing. Like, a lot of people, you kind of see it. Some people think that that this offense is gonna be capped out at like 20 points a game. No, I don't think so. I think because we talked about it earlier, you got Dave Montgomery, you got Woody Marks, you got Jawar Jordan, you have a plethora of offensive skill position guys, you have more development under Nick, in Nick Caley's system. I think this offense is better suited, AD, like you said, to convert short yardage and goal line, which is what this offense lacked last year. We got to remember, like, the offense was 13th best at scoring, 18th overall. For an offense that was in its first year with Nick Haley, like, that's not really that bad. It's not the best, but under the circumstances, there's a lot of good that they did, but we can point out specifically what could have happened if they just converted 1 to 2 more goal line trips a game. Like, you're talking about them averaging from what being 13th to top 10. So they got David Montgomery. They got these versatile running backs like Jawar and Woody who can catch the ball out of the backfield. I think this offense's versatility and ability to convert short yardage, I think we're gonna see like probably averaging 26 to 28. I don't think it's gonna be one of those like score 20 and you win the game type offense. Like, no, I think they want to prove that they can score. I do. It just won't be just deep balls. Like,
yeah.
it's going to just be consistent completions, consistent positive plays. I think that's going to be what it's transformed into, like positive plays, no negative plays. Whether that's a 20-yard throw, whether that's a 4-yard short pitch and catch for a 27, it's about staying ahead of the chains. And if they're going to do that, then yes, I can see this offense churning out points. It just won't be in the way that we think is most attractive.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, I agree. Wholeheartedly. Like I said, what he said, much improved offensive line and demo. This offense is going to surprise the NFL on how good it would be. Yeah, consistently. That's just what we got to do. He said if they have a decent run game, Texans damn near last in rushing.
Just decent. Like, and we're not even
Yeah,
saying they got to be very like just decent,
yeah,
competent.
that's it. That's it, man. Look, and Like that's all you got to do, and again, put points on the board, and your defense will handle the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if the Texans can put up 25 points a game, 25 to 26 points a game, it's wraps. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm not even concerned when it comes to that. Like if you can just do that and run the ball, run the clock out, do what you got to do, you're going to be just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but going forward, Joseph talking about surprise. Like what right now in middle of training camp as we head towards the week, 6 days to the first preseason game, who has been your camp surprise?
My camp surprise singular. Okay, I'm not gonna cheat it. I'm gonna
Well, I
give
mean, you can do multiple. You can do multiple.
sure,
That's
but
why we got it plural and surprise is.
I got you. My number one camp surprise. I'm not even gonna say Lewis Bond. I'm not gonna say him because that's too easy. That I'm not surprised because I've been fan club. Shout out DB, LBFC stand up. Which I have my need to get a t-shirt, stressing to get on it. Um, but no, man, it's not Lewis Bond. My biggest I'm gonna say shout out to Jawar. That's what I'm gonna say. Uh because going into training camp, big on Noah Whittington. I'm big on pushing these agendas about what other rushers you got. But being there myself to see Jawar Jordan in open field, being shifty, climbing through the soft spots of the defense and really, turning out tough yardage, looking great out there, looking quick, excuse me, and really showing himself to be even amongst the twos he stands head and shoulders above a lot of the guys who are trying to compete for reps with the twos group. Um, I think shout out to him as being like maybe my biggest in terms of what I thought of him originally versus okay, so he really has carved out what looks like a spot on this team as RB3, a versatile, scat back, change of pace option in a screen game somewhere. Like, yeah, I can see that. Let's see. My other positive surprise for me. I honestly I can't even give you a defender because it's like am I surprised really? No. I'm not. Outside of that, yeah, just Jawar Jordan, I guess right now. I really, yeah, man, that's really all I have. Jawar,
I got a list, man. I got a
you got a
list.
list? Okay,
I got a list. I'll start with Fabechi Wiwu. Um,
okay.
I think he's been a surprise, and he is a guy who I see will definitely be a starter for the Texans in the future.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, not going to say I'm surprised by Keelan Rutledge. I feel like that's what we all expected.
Yep.
I will say K Stover has been a surprise.
Okay. Yep.
K Stover has come in and he is fighting for his life, and he's,
Oh,
he had a hell of a
absolutely.
block. We can actually pull that video up if you want to pull it up about K
Yeah,
Stover
I got it.
and the blocks he's made and
It's gonna
what
be
he's
within
doing.
the. It's gonna be within the medley. Oh, actually, no. Here we go. This on the Woody Marks run.
Yeah, we'll let it play back so you can see
Yeah, yeah.
K Stover.
Okay, so here you go.
Ooh.
Right. So first of all, I had to get clarity, folks. So before I said, "Hey, all these jersey swaps," I said, "Who's 8?" He said, "That's Stover." I said, "All right, cool." So he's standing up. Who is this? Like whoever that is, he's standing him up, absorbing that contract, absorbing that contact, and really opening up the middle of that gap for Woody Marsh to get through. Like
Mhm.
did his job, cleared out that first defender, and Woody was out.
Yeah. Like K Stover has
Mm,
been a surprise, man. It is Mario Edwards was the guy.
Mario. Oh, so yeah, so
Mario
K.
Edwards.
Oh yeah, so K did his job. I mean, like you
On the
said,
DT, on a D tackle, man.
right. So it's like, yeah, man. No, Cade, you said it, bro. He is literally fighting for his job. Is
Yeah.
that's why he took some reps at fullback too, because he understood like I haven't been doing as much. I've been injured. I really just haven't been productive at tight end. They took a chance on me to pair with Stroud, Ohio State connection, and it just hasn't worked out. So, but that's what helps keep you around when you're able or willing to try different things. And if you're putting that on then there's a pretty good chance, especially with British Brooks having injuries, if things
He
don't go a certain
gone.
kind of way, if things continue to go a certain kind of way, you definitely could see Stover being, okay, step in,
Hmm.
be that guy then.
And so it just warms my heart that he's, coming in and doing his thing. but it's other guys as well. You have I would say really the cornerback room outside, I'll say I'll say three players in that cornerback room: Jalen Smith, Jamarcus
Mm,
Ingram, and
mm.
what is it, Colin Wright?
Colin Wright. Yep. There you go. Shout out
Those
John
those
Alexander.
three,
Yep.
shout out those Jonathan Alexander and those three guys for stepping up to kind of really battle and show good quality depth behind Stingley and Kamari Lassiter and Huzzy as well, who would be
Hmm.
behind Petrie. So
Man, I feel like, boy, these
those
DBs.
four guys, huh?
No, this DB room just keeps getting deeper, man. Like it's scary. It's
Look,
like some of these dudes gonna get poached out the practice squad. They gonna get
no,
taken.
you know who's the biggest benefit? Who's the benefit to them? Who was in the line to get a defensive coordinator job this off season?
Dean
Dino
Vasso.
Basso. Yeah, man. Dino, man. Dino is a worker, and he's gonna get these guys right. So, shout out Coach Dino. I think I'm trying to think. Is there anybody else? You brought up Jawar. You took my Jawar one.
You had
But
all of it. You had all
give me all. But no, but honestly, man, like these guys, for me, like especially like tomorrow, days like that, I don't go in to watch the Stingleys, the Nikos. I go in to watch the bottom of the roster guys to see who's standing out to kind of get more insight because we know what Nico Collins can do. We
Yeah.
know what Derek Stingley can do. We know what Kamari Lassiter can do. We know, what Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter can do. That I'm not sitting here and taking a lot of time watching those guys. And I think that Joseph that brought up the point? No, it was Graffa that brought up the point. He's talking about the punters room.
Yeah.
Honestly, brother, I'm gonna be honest with you. I I don't care enough about the punters, and that's a
Yeah.
no. The reason why I say that to me that tells me how good a team we have, that we are having conversation about a punter when we can go in. There's going to be punters released. There's going to be punters available. We can go find a decent punter. Now, people talking about, well, why did we let Tommy go? Paying $5 million for a punter
Yeah.
is not really a good
And you
thing.
just
You
spent
want to,
$3 more million to got you Taro Toa. So
yeah. So at the end of the day, use your resources while you take a chance on getting these guys as younger punters to see what they can do, and if they can't handle the job, go get you a veteran, a proven veteran to take the job and live to see another day. I mean, at the end of the day, we got a hell of a defense, so I trust my defense, however it may be. Long as the punter's not wacko and getting safeties and running in the back of the end zone and crap like that, I'm cool. And first of all, we shouldn't be punting on our side of football like that anyway. You know, so again, like I'm not too concerned because I think that can be rectified by signing a guy from Canadian Football League or the
yeah.
UFL or something like that. Like
I was
that's
pulling for Stackhouse. I'm sorry, not Stack. Oh my goodness, not Stackhouse.
Stonehouse.
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 Look, shout out Jerry Stackhouse. I'm not talking about you, bro. Jack Stonehouse. With the very elite name. And Joseph, doggone, you beat me to it. I was just about to say, shout out to about the pull. Like, can you imagine Shane Leckler on this team? Like you talking, look, you talking. I know we're saying punting is whatever. You put Shane Leckler with this defense. Oh my goodness, Cal.
What up, Killer Cal?
Prime Shane Leckler, prime Pat McAfee on this defense.
I don't need Pat McAfee. He too much of a defense.
What?
Too much worried about himself. Yeah.
Hit you with that.
No. But all in all, like I said, I'm not concerned about that. Do you have any other things that we prep for what to look for tomorrow in camp before we sign off?
Honestly, for me, just stay healthy. I know that's a cop out, but like, no, for real. Like, they need to protect each other. I know this was brought up on X. Like when I brought up the fact that I had my concerns preliminarily about, British Brooks and
He
Jake
gone.
Hansen. Yeah, Jake Hansen and EJ Speed. Like, I know these are depth guys. I know it's early, right? And I know that I know that Jake most likely probably going to be back in short order or at least within the next 3 to 5 weeks. But for me, the reason why I'm trying not to overreact is because, you know, you got away with a healthy season for the most part last year, outside of Joe Mixon and Tank Dell. Your defense for the most part was healthy. The rest of your offense was, until the Patriots game, you were pretty much healthy. And you don't get healthy windows like that often. And you blew it, right? So it's like, I would just hate to go from a season where you kept a lot of dudes healthy. Shout out Cam Smith, and then right after that, you start losing guys like EJ Speed, boom, out for the season right after you paid him. Jake Hansen, boom, with his ankle slash foot. Now you got British Brooks. Like, it's like, okay, like, let's just protect each other, be smart. Like, especially like that Stingley almost concussion that we saw at training camp on Saturday. Can we
Mm-hmm.
just avoid those, please? Like, let's make it 17 and 20 games, keep each other safe. Outside of that, though, man, like I said at the start of the show, I just want to see Cedar Stroud continue to get better in this offense, continue to play comfortably. And he's been doing a good enough job of bouncing back from interceptions or disappointing plays. Like, he'll throw a pick to Jalen Petrie, he'll throw a pick to Stingley, or whatever the case may be.
Just so
It'll
you
come off
know,
that.
he's only had 2 picks the whole freaking training camp. So
Yeah,
people
yeah,
making more out of it than like
sure,
what it is. We're 8
sure,
training camp days in, and you're talking about 2 interceptions, like those.
sure.
What no?
Right, but
What
I'm,
bothered? Well, no, but
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just I
No,
just
go,
want to
go,
clarify
go.
because I hate people just put out and say, "Oh, Petrie got a pick six," and nobody says who it's from, and people just assume that it's CJ when it could have been
Mhm.
Graham Mertz of all people.
Yeah,
So shout out Cam Smith who just hit a home run.
sure.
Um,
So I guess my big point is less about like interceptions. I think it's just more so this offense need to continue to show that it's resilient, that it can bounce back. And a lot of this we won't see until they play the Raiders, right? Until they train against somebody else. You're not going to get a lot done against who you already know is probably the best defensive football, right? So right now it's pre-snap, it's mechanical things, it's like just making smart decisions, throw the ball away, like work on those fundamental things that you can translate into the regular season, and that's just kind of it. Cleaner procedure, less mistakes, and yeah, that's it.
Absolutely, man. But
Oh,
with that being said, man, like I said, we hit the hour mark. It's time to get some rest. We gotta, we got there early. Texans want you to. First of all, the last thing, Houston Texans, y'all gotta be better, man. Y'all already started with the freaking. You can't record the training camp. Meanwhile, I'm seeing a whole Titans fan live stream at a Titans practice right now
well, it's the
at training camp
Titans.
midnight. I know, but it's still we can
Titans. They
come
got a
on.
raccoon as the mascot. What I mean, what you expect?
But yeah, with that part, and now you're up there saying, oh, now the fans can't hold spots for
Yeah,
other fans in the line. Like that's BS. At the end of the day, so yeah, protect the damn team, man. Get out of here. Um, appreciate you, Joseph, man, for coming through. But
Joseph.
appreciate Rafa. Appreciate Frank, um, Swan, Brandon, as always, Alexis.
Yeah.
Who else? Shout out Larry, Larry Etienne for
Man, I
popping in
haven't
as
seen
well.
Larry Stafford. I haven't seen Larry Stafford popping here in a good
Aaron
minute, bro.
Stafford is smoking stogies and
In a
and
good minute.
enjoying and driving his fast car. Yeah, Jerry, protect the team, Wayne, man. But then with that being said, man, we will see y'all. For those who are coming out tomorrow, be sure to check out me and Clayton. We will be there. So y'all make sure y'all come and say what's up to us. And we'll be reporting live tomorrow evening from the training camp, Houston Texans training camp. So be sure to check us out. As always, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And all your information Houston Texans wise will be coming from us. Check out Clayton and We Want Houston podcast as well. He's always providing great content there. So shout out to that, and we will see y'all when we see y'all, man. Peace.
Peace.